Now, if you live in upstate New York, you're no stranger to the snow, but not a month before winter even starts, and certainly not a gigantic whiteout like this one. For a second straight day, the region has been pummeled with up to 5 feet of snow. People are trapped indoors and the roads in many places are completely blocked. For more on this wild weather, I spoke a brief time ago with Jacqui Jeras, a meteorologist at the ABC affiliate right here in Washington. Jacqui Jeras, thanks for coming in from the cold to be with us. So here in the US, we are in the grip of this deep freeze. Where did it come from?
Yes, well, it came from the Arctic, believe it or not, way up from the North Pole. So this is very bitter cold air that's traveled hundreds, thousands of miles to get here, and it's really entrenched the eastern part of the United States, and it's been here for a couple of days now already.
But it's not even Thanksgiving. Already we've got our boots on, our hats on, our gloves on. Is this unusual?
Well, we always see natural variations in our weather pattern, and we've seen cold air like this before in the month of November across the eastern United States especially, but it's been a long time since we've seen air this cold this early. In fact, yesterday morning when the country woke up, all 50 states recorded a temperature somewhere at least of 32 degrees or below. So that covers the surface of the United States about 85%. That's a lot of cold air. We haven't seen temperatures like this in November this early since about the 1970s.
Just tell us about Buffalo in upstate New York, where they have been blanketed, haven't they, with snow?
Yeah, it's just been an epic snowstorm. So we call this lake effect snows, and this cold air moves over the warmer lake water. So when the water temperatures are warmer, the difference with the cold air on top of it creates all this instability, and we get these very narrow, very persistent bands of heavy snow that can put down 4 to 5 inches per hour. And some places have seen upwards of 5 to 6 feet of snow, not inches of snow, feet of snow.
Incredible.
In just a couple of hours, yeah.
So what do you think this means for the winter to come? Is it going to be another chilly one?
Not necessarily. What's happening right now does not necessarily mean we're going to end up having a cold winter overall. In fact, it looks like in the short term, when we get into next week and early December, we're seeing some signs of some warming. But I think beyond that, the longer term models are showing some signs that we could have a colder January and February across the eastern U.S., but there's not necessarily a connection of what's happening right now for the rest of the winter.
But the shock of this winter, early winter, has been deadly in some cases, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. At least 5 people I know have died in New York State, people getting stuck in this cold. I mean, the interstates have been shut down. It's just been impassable. And unfortunately, they're going to get another big heavy band, I think, of those snows coming in overnight tonight and through the Thursday that could just cripple some of the interstate systems and some of the communities in the Northeast.
Jacqui Jeras, thank you so much for joining us.
Sure.